Okay, so now we are live. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, everyone, again. We are here with Wanda, Ayla, and Camila for another English immersion. My name is Camila. I'm going to be the host from this conversation. We have a specific topic to discuss. The topic from today is Are you afraid of exposure? And just a short explanation about what is Talk and Talk and what we are doing here. So, guys, Talk and Talk is a language conversation platform. And here you can find the conversations in English, Spanish, French, Italian, and Mandarin also. And just to clarify, I'm not a teacher. We are not here to talk about to be verb, present perfect, nothing like that. We are here just to put in practice our English and to learn from the others' way to speak, to try to use new words, new structures. So don't feel afraid or do not feel worried about your mistakes because this is the part of the process. You can learn from your mistakes, you can improve your English just because you are trying to use it. So I hope you can enjoy this conversation. And of course, I hope you can improve your English for sure. And this is a safe place, so you don't need to be worried about any judgment or to make mistakes. Okay, guys? So let's start. As usual, we start with the presentation for everyone. So, Wanda, could you please?
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Wanda from Niterói, Rio de Janeiro. Today is really hot here. Uh, and I'm a dentist, two sons, one grandson, one daughter-in-law, and two cats. Is that for me for now? And you,
Nice.
Ayla, go ahead.
Thank you, Wanda.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Ayla. I live in Belém. Uh, I was born here. Today, Belém is maybe a good weather because
Yeah.
it's crowd. Yeah, thank God because it's not so hot and it's good for me. It's comfortable. I married. I have one daughter, and I've been in this process of English learning over 4 years now, and it's a pleasure for me to be here again to to improve more and more day by day my English skills in general, and improve my confidence, and that's it.
Thank you, my friend. It's good to see you here, all of you here, because we are in a Sunday, and it's good when we take a moment to study or to put in practice English. So thank you very much, guys or girls, for coming. And how about you, Camila?
Hi everyone, I'm Camila. I am 32 years old. I'm living in Aracaju, Sergipe. I'm graduated in digital design and I work with I work with product design actually. My favorite hobby is watching series and movies. And some days when I have free time, I like to drown something. And my favorite sport is swimming. And the last day, I watched the series of Senna. So it's a great series, I guess. The actor is the same face. It's insane because it's like him. So was amazing see that because when Senna died, I have 2 years and I don't remember
Oh,
at all about the presence of this guy, because he's so famous in this time. But it was a great series, so it's streaming on Netflix. So that's it.
Oh, nice. I watched the TV series and I love it. It was so nice because I was a kid. I was not like you, 2 years, but I was maybe seven. I don't remember for sure. And for me, it was really important to see something so, I don't know, real about him, about his pursue, about he was a guy who really was obsessed with some kind of goals. And I watched it and I love it. It was nice. So about me, girls, I am Camila. I am 40 years old. I live in São Paulo, the capital. I've been here in Talk and Talk since April from this year. I remember when I decided in New Year 2024 that I would like to study more in this year. And I think I could do it because since April I'm here and I love to enjoy this immersion and put in practice English. And in July, I decided to become a host. So I guess this is a really important step here in the platform because you can bring great topics to discuss and you can build a great network. So I guess I could achieve a little bit about this goal that I decided in the beginning of the year. I work as an accountant in an energy company. Let me see what else. As I said, sorry about my voice. I'm a little sick, becoming better, I guess. And that's it, girls. Let's try to talk about are you afraid of exposure? So let's move on to what we can feel or talk about that. So let's move on. Ayla, your turn. Do you want to read the question number two and answer?
Sure. Uh, in your opinion, why do you think some people fear exposure or being in the spotlight? Oh, uh, I think, in my opinion, I think people fear exposure because it makes us vulnerable to judgment, for example, criticism or failure. And I think basically, I think we avoid situation when we can be judged, and it's complicated. It's a good example. I think when we decide to speak another language, and you need to expose yourself,
Yeah.
and it could be so hard because people feel uncomfortable. And but if you don't do it, it's it's I don't know, it's impossible, but it for me it could be harder, mais difícil, harder to achieve your goals, when you want to be fluent in another language. I think it's a good example about the exposure. Yeah, and I think maybe people could be so uncomfortable because there is a lack of self-confidence. Self-confidence, it's so important in this moment. And maybe because sometimes they could had a negative experience in the past. I know someone who uh, don't try to speak in English because they had a negative experience in the past. And it's like a traumatized
Mhm.
experience. And I understand, but I think maybe you could, in my opinion,
Mhm.
sometimes when you have a negative experience, maybe if you try again and try a different uh, plan to do something, I think it could be a opportunity to overcome your challenges and achieve your goals. So yeah, yeah,
Yes,
that's my opinion.
yeah, I think I totally agree when you said if you want to achieve another level, you really need to be exposed in some levels of your English, for example. And we can say about to be here at the platform could be a great example because when you decide to open your camera and try to speak in English for the first time here at the platform, I remember my first immersion here. And when the host said to me, "Oh, I'm gonna put the live on YouTube," and I say, "Oh my gosh, why? This is really necessary." And I was like, it was my first, and my camera was open, and I cannot close right now. I just go. And I think this is the first step when you decide to do something. Like I go, and no matter what happened, I go through this situation. And I guess you said something really important. When you try once and then you fail for some reason, we all here, I guess, we fail in English or in other situation. And when you try again, this is like I'm gonna do that. It's like a willpower, I guess. It is like an inner voice inside of yourself. And I think because of this, we have a huge group in Brazil who doesn't speak in English because they try once and then they give up. I guess this is my opinion. I don't know if you agree, but thank you, Ayla. And how about you, Wanda? Do you think this is a good example?
Yes, I totally agree with you both. And yes, that is because of societal anxiety too. It's terrible to expose ourselves for judgment for everyone. It's difficult. Um, and the past experience, like Ayla said, is a huge example for fear of exposing
Yeah.
because of bullying, for example, or judgments or criticism. Yeah. Another thing, I think that perfectionism could be a barrier for nothing get an evolution because I want to be perfect. If I fail, I I do a self judgment and I don't try again. Yeah, many things. And another thing is concernment because society, we open a part of our life for everyone.
Mm,
And this is a kind of worried because society is so hater many times. I think is is that, in my opinion.
no, nice, nice, really great, Wanda. And I was thinking here, we have a specific group who always said something bad about themselves, just to try to not be judged for the others. Like, oh, sorry, my English is bad, and
Okay,
just
that,
just
yeah,
guys,
we put this kind of in
yes.
front of us
Yes,
to
just at the
avoid
beginning.
judgment.
Yes, at the
Yeah,
beginning, I just said my English is bad, just because the other cannot judge me because I am saying my English is bad.
yeah,
This is terrible because you are putting yourself in a box just because you are afraid from the other opinion. So it's really complicated, these things, right? Oh,
yeah.
I forgot to ask Ayla, but I would like to ask you, Wanda, are you afraid of exposure or not anymore?
Yes, I'm afraid of exposure. I don't like to talk in public.
Mm-hmm.
I I get shy and I get anxious and I don't speak well.
Okay. Thank you, Wanda. And how about you, Camila? Are you afraid of exposure or not?
Uh, it's fun that thing because in my past when I start to work, I was a very shy person, but I guess when I started the therapy and I lost some opportunities of job because my child for being a shy person, I start to understand it's necessary to take all spotlight for you, because when I start to do that, my life changed a lot. So I guess for me now, when I necessary to lead something, because for example, I like to participate of hackathon. It's a technology event. So sometimes we have a win, and when you win this event, you receive something. So sometimes I win, and the gift was a cell phone. For example, I win Alexa, and when I start to do these events, I start to lead it because I don't know why the way I talk, the people believe this is correct to follow up. So I guess because the therapy helped me so lot, because I don't know about being a leader before. So now I understand. Oh, sorry, my computer is working. What?
Do not worry.
I don't know why.
Do not worry.
So I guess because that now I understand in the future I could be a leader for company, something like that, because now I believe this I can handle it with that, you know. But I guess if I don't say, oh, search about help and start my therapy, I never find this leadership in myself, you know. So I guess it's a process, and it's okay if you don't have the one that, because you have another skills for this, and it's okay. It's no take spotlight. It's perfect if we have a team. Someone have this, but you don't need to do that. So I guess that's it.
Yeah, I guess it's not impossible, but I think everyone is afraid of exposure in some points. I guess this is normal. I guess we are afraid to be judged from the others. I think it's every immersion that I am here. I don't know, Isla can say the same, but we feel like, oh, let's move on, let's do it. So this is a kind of way to be exposure in this situation. And I was remember I already told this here in another immersion that when I was a kid, we have a science week in my school. Like when you go to the to try to call your parents to go to school and show them specific things about science and everything. And there is a play, a peça, and I put here in at Google, Fantoshi's puppet, and we are a puppet to talk with the parents. And I don't know. I think Wanda remember this. I was a tomato, and I was with the puppet. And at the end of the play, I need to go in front of everyone and say my name and who was my character. And I said, "Hello, I am the tomato. I did the Camila." And everyone was laughing. "Ah," because I changed the name. Oh, my name is Camila and I did a tomato. And everyone, "Ah." And I remember I was in shock. It was, my gosh, I changed my name. And I was a kid and I was really afraid. I was red, and then I guess this is normal. I was afraid. I didn't cry, but everyone laughed, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I said something funny here." But it's normal. I was nervous in front of everyone. My mom was there, and I even remember this until now. Can you imagine a situation when you are afraid of about the others? And I did a mistakes in that time, and I made a mistakes in that time. And until today, I remember this. I can remember others, but I think the only way you can learn something or you can improve yourself is when you try to pass through some situation like this. It's almost like impossible, in my opinion, to go through something in life without this up and down. I guess I think it's normal. Let's move on, girls. I said a lot about my terrible stories, so let's move on to the question number
Oh,
three.
so interesting because it's a huge experience.
Yeah.
And somewhere, I think everyone pass a little bit for that experience and get us stuck in the past
Yeah.
and afraid for another repetition.
Yes, and when you are a kid, I think everything it's a something big.
Big,
Yes, it's like, oh my gosh, I made a mistake, and no one
the
remember
world is
me.
blow up
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, but this is normal. They just laugh, and I
Yeah,
wonder.
but we don't want to laugh to us.
Yes,
Laugh
yeah,
with us is really good, but laugh to us is
yeah.
not good.
Yes, I think you said something important. Everyone here, I guess, can remember a story when someone is laughing about you, not with you, but about you. So it's like
Yeah.
difficult, right? Vanda, your turn. Can you read the question number three and answer?
Okay. Do you believe social media has increased our fear of exposure or had it make people more open to it? Why? I think both. It's incredible, but I think both. We put all our life in social media all the time. What our trips, our family, our uh, dinner, everything. And we don't have a fear of exposure. But if you are a reservation person, you have more and more fear to expose because there is bad people that could copy your dates and do a scam. And I think for both kinds of people, people that want to show more, and
Mm.
people that have worried more. I it's a kind of a strange thing, but I believe that.
Nice, nice. I was remember here. We are afraid of be exposure or to be exposure, but we like social media to show the others
Yeah,
like
it's
this is crazy, right? This is
yes,
a
totally
duality,
great.
maybe, right? Maybe because we want to be accepted for some specific group, and then you show like, oh, my life is good. Can you see it? Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. But the
Think
results could be
the
another
opposite, right?
yes, the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Wanda. And what do you think, Camila, about this question about the social media?
I think about that because I passed 2 months with my Instagram disabled. Yes,
Hmm.
disabled. And I when came back for the social media, this specific Instagram, I felt very interested and boring, I guess. I don't know why. And then after that, I uninstalling my cell phone and I maintain my PC. And sometimes I read some message when my friends tell me. But I guess for me, now I can know more about the personal life of another people because in my case I did something. I guess all everyone do it. It compare my life with
Oh,
the I saw in Instagram, and I found my life very boring. But I don't realize this is about 30 seconds in the day of people posting, so it's not all life of these persons. But I guess it's influenced my life because that. So after that, I pause, and now I understand it's now important to me stay on this social media, so I don't delete because I love my pictures, and I like to remember the moments I have with the people I love. And I guess for me right now, I am try to uh, recover me about my addiction about social media. So now I guess it's this process, but I guess it's influenced a lot. And because that it's so for example, Gen Z, I have some parents with this age about 28, so it's difficult for these people, and for they born with social media, with Instagram, these things.
oh,
So I guess for these people, it's more hard to communication with another people in person, So I perceive that in people I know, and I guess it's the bad way the social media have, because people communicate very a lot in the social media, but I don't have understand the way to communicate in the real world.
yeah.
So I guess the bad part of social media right now is the we lost the kind of talk with another people and say good morning, this thing. So I perceive this is very common in Gen Z. Don't do that. So the little kind of talk with another human. So I generalize, but I know it's very common. This act with another Gen Z people. So sorry, I know Gen Z phobic, but it's something happening with this age.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's I spent 1 year without Instagram, and from the others was like my life was not so interesting from the others. Like, no one remember me because I was out of Instagram. And they was like, "Oh, but what we do? Because I cannot see some pictures of you." And I said, but I don't need to put pictures of my life. And from then was like, I am doing nothing just because I don't post something. And then this is crazy, right? Because if you don't show from then you are living a good life. It's like, oh, your life is so boring. You don't show nothing. And I don't feel the necessity of post. I cannot remember my last photo on Instagram, maybe more than 3 years ago, and I don't feel the necessity of it. Nowadays, I prefer to be offline of these things, but I know the others judge like your life must to be not so interesting because you don't show nothing on your Instagram. It's like weird for me. And how about you, Isla? What do you think about this?
So, so good answers. And I agree with Wanda. I think both. I think social media has increased our fear of exposure,
Mm,
and they also made people more open to it. I think most of people are more open because they see others
mm,
sharing their lives, sharing their achievement, etc. And I think it's like you said. I think it's complicated sometimes because what you said, I totally agree. It seems when people don't share what they are doing, whatever, it seems they don't live their lives. Something like
Yeah.
that. I think, yeah, it's crazy. And I agree with you. I think sometimes it's better to be off, and because it's no good, especially when there is some uh, comparison,
Mm-hmm.
and people don't feel comfortable, and on the other hand, uh, I think sometimes people consider it a good way to highlight their profession. Maybe it could be a good thing. Uh, and yeah, but there is pros and cons.
Yeah.
And I think it's up to us to set a limit. And I use social media, but not too much.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I like to share some picture when I, especially when I travel, when I'm doing something that makes me feel happy, and when I'm with my family or my friends. But I have a limit, So and I think it's complicated when you share everything about your life all the time. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, it's same for me. I respect, but for me, it seems like you aren't living your life.
Yeah.
It's yeah, it's it's complicated, but I noticed about this. Unfortunately, I think it's no health.
Yes. I have some friends, and I feel when they decide to go a specific place because it's like a Instagrammable place to go, you know. And I did, oh, let's go to coffee shop, and then I okay, let's go there. And when you arrive there, it's like, why I am here? Because it's like they want to be there to post photos, but not to be with me, to talk with me in this place, you know? So I call you, Ayla, let's go to a coffee shop. And when I arrive there, I gonna put some pictures of me about my coffee. And we forgot to speak, to talk, because my main goal was to post photo of this. I have this situation a lot, and I don't like
Terrible.
to post. Yes, terrible,
Yeah,
because the
terrible.
people prefer to post something instead of if I call you, Vanda, come to my home, and when you arrive here, I'm gonna post photos of my drink. I'm happy with my friend Vanda, but we forgot to speak with each other, right?
Yeah, I forgot to change the feelings each other.
Yes.
Ah,
Or when
it's
you
so
go
strange.
for a restaurant, and after you take your lunch, someone say, "No, no, 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 let me take a picture before."
Yeah, and the food get cold. Oh my gosh, I think it's terrible. The food
I
get
hate.
cold, the drink gets hot, and they put photos.
Yes, I feel bad because for me it's like I prefer to post or to take a photo instead of enjoy this moment. And I felt a lot of this, and I suffer a lot because I am trying to try to help the others, like we need to enjoy this moment. But when you go at a restaurant and someone take the cell phone, it's like a pandemic situation. Everyone is going to take the cell phone and no one is talking.
Oh my gosh, it's a kind of disease.
Yes, I totally agree, Vanda. For me it's a disease. I totally agree.
Yeah, it's a disease of the moment.
Yes, go ahead, Vanda. If you want to share your opinion, go ahead.
Yeah, no, is that my opinion?
Yes, I think we are going to see terrible moments relate to this. As Camila said, people forgot to say good morning, forgot to everything just because they are looking at the cell phone. So we are
Yeah,
losing moments, real moments, and
real moments, good
changing.
moments, good
Yeah,
experience.
yeah.
You're losing life. Yeah, good
For
moments.
for me, we are losing the ability of speaking with the others and to understand the others because we are just trying to type or to take
To
pictures and
show,
to show. Yes, exactly. To show. And sometimes it's a fake situation, right? You are posting
normally.
or yes, normally. I
Normally.
agree.
We don't need to post if it is a really experience. You are inside of this
Yeah.
experience. You don't need to show for everyone.
Yeah, no one want to show the ugly side of your life, right?
Exactly.
Yes, go ahead. Wanda, do you want to read the question number 4? Or if you want to choose another one, up to you. You decide.
Four, it's okay.
Okay.
How comfortable are you with sharing aspects of your life publicly? Uh, what limits do you set? I have zero limits. I don't have social
Yeah.
media.
Ah,
I
okay.
I hate this kind of thing. Um, as you know, I'm a scuba diver, and when nowadays when we diving, start to take photos. Take
Okay.
photos with the shark. Take photos with. Oh my gosh! They don't. They don't enjoy the moment. They need to take pictures, and I get so boring because I want to see everything. I want to enjoy everything, but I need to stay waiting for everyone take a picture in a beautiful coral, for example. Oh, it's boring. Yeah, I don't have social media. I like so much to live my life, but I don't like to expose. I don't see the proposition for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you have you ever talked with someone who said, I cannot live without social media. Like, oh, I cannot left this. I cannot. It's like a
Yeah,
obsession, maybe.
I don't understand.
It's like the people are addicted with this, right? It's like
Yeah,
I
terrible.
totally agree. They wake up and decide to take your phone first when you open your eyes. It's like a disease. I totally agree with that. For me, it's like a disease. We are instead of a terrible situation, and I don't know if we can go out of this. This is like for me done.
Yeah,
Thank you.
totally.
Thank you, Wanda. And how about you, Camila? Do you have social media right now or not?
I have, but I don't use it all
Okay.
day. And I stopped to share, I guess, June this year. I
Okay.
never share anything after that. But I guess it's complicated if you are a public person, for example, an influencer. It's very hard to public something about you because I know in sometimes you need to space. For example, when you break a relationship and you don't talk about it. So I follow a lot person and I know it's hard to do it. And it's insane because when you are a public person, you need to share. So you need to public a story and say, yes, we break up,
Mhm.
etc. So I guess it's insane. because you and the moment you start to public your personal life, you made slave. I forgot escravo.
Yeah, slave.
Slave. Oh, okay. Slave for Instagram because we need to share all time because we start
Mhm.
to monetize because you public your intimate life
Yeah.
for person, and I guess it's so hard because you need to do that because you don't do that, you don't receive because the publicity in general, it's about the engagement, and
Yeah.
you share your life. You need to share your life for pay for your account in general. So it's insane your life like that because some days you don't like to social media. You need to be quiet, and I guess the influencers in general, it's a slave for Instagram, for example, because if you then don't share, they don't receive. So it's a cycle. So you need to share, and I guess it's hard for these people. But for me now, I don't care. I don't share anything, and then sometimes the people very take a surprise when I go for a event in my city. So because when I don't stay in their Instagram, I don't have pictures, these things right now. So people think I don't live here, you know. So
Yeah.
it's a fun when I go for an event. So that's it for me.
Yes, I remember when I was with some friends, we were in Capitólio, and something funny happened to me, and we are laughing, and then someone decided to post it, and I said, "But why you are posting something about me?" And she said, "Oh, this is from my followers," and I said, "But this is about a situation that happened to me." And said, "Oh, but my followers want to know." And I was like, "Oh, come on. No one
Oh,
know me. I'm not a famous person." And this was funny in that moment. If you post it, the others cannot understand the situation. It's like a piada interna, and the others, this is not funny from the others. And I hate when for example, we are here laughing and I post something from Vanda because I think this is funny, but this is related to Wanda. I need to show
yeah,
some respect to her. And I remember I was really, really angry in that time. Like my followers, oh my gosh, who is following you? Your mom, your dog, I don't know. Who cares
yeah.
about? And I
It's
think
terrible.
for me it's
Yeah,
really hard
terrible
for me.
for you. It's like we said in the first question, laughing about you.
Yes, it's different, right? And if
Yeah,
you want
laugh
to
with
show
you.
Yeah, and if you want to show your life is so good and so happy, show about your life, not to expose the others,
Yeah,
right? I don't like these things, girls. I really hate, and I don't post too much. I suffer a lot because my mom want to take some pictures, but I avoid it, and she felt like, you don't want to take pictures of me, so it's really hard to have a balance. And how about you, Ayla?
So I totally agree what you all said. Like I said, I use the social media, but I prefer don't expose myself too much.
Hmm.
Sometimes I like it just to remember a funny, a happy moment in my life. So, but I think it's so important to set a limit and between openness and privacy. And privacy that I consider a important thing. And
Hmm.
you need to be respectful with each other. And what you said, Camila, so uh, it's no good. So
Yes,
bad.
yeah. I
It's
cannot
So
rude.
remember
bad.
the word in Portuguese. It's like when you cross a line, when you go through something
It's
that's like,
rudeness.
yeah,
I
Yeah,
think
rude,
it's
rude.
rudeness.
Yeah.
Disrespectful.
in the group it was funny. Everyone was laughing. I was not
Okay.
uncomfortable. But when you decide to post it, it was like,
It's
but we
totally
are,
different. In
yes,
the
we are
moment,
different.
it is the moment. But out of the moment, it's different.
Yes, yes, and no one know me. And I said I was like
Yeah.
a internal joke. And when you post, it's like you lose the meaning of it. You know.
Hmm.
Go ahead, Ayla. Go ahead.
No, no. I think it's a good point because in this present moment is totally different. The picture, the video, and
Yeah.
you need to. Oh my gosh, you need to live with the present. It's
Yeah.
terrible. It's terrible. So it's so sad
Yes.
because I don't know, but I think our life is so short, too short, and we need to live it, to enjoy. It's so important for us, oh, I need to be accepted for from others, and I don't agree. I don't like.
Yes, I am the opposite of my friends. I am the only one who hate these things. And when we go for a specific place and then I decide, oh, but I don't want. And they are like, oh, you are a boring person. Why not? And I was like, but because I don't want to show something. And they try to do it. For example, if we decide to have a board game um, afternoon or a time, and they start the game and start to take pictures, and I was like, but why? This is just a board game. Go
Oh
ahead,
my
Vanda, go
gosh.
ahead.
No, no, I totally agree. Go ahead.
Yes. And next week I go for a short trip here in São Paulo, a small city, Bragança Paulista. And I know this is like this time when we are arrived there, there is a pool, it's a beautiful place, but they always take some picture to show the others, look, I'm rich, I am taking a good drink. And I was like, no one care about that, right?
Why? Why?
Yes, we always travel once a year with some friends, but they all every year is the same. They arrive there and put some pictures to show the followers, but I don't do the same. And I think it's most for me. It's like I need to remember this is my mind instead of show the others to a specific situation like look, I am drinking, I don't know, champagne here. It's totally doesn't make sense for me. Yes. You are struggling to handle a situation. This is not real for a period of time. You need to be in this situation like and I cannot see the reason of it. And maybe they bought some specific clothes to take pictures of it, right? Guys, it's crazy. It's totally crazy. And I'm not Z generation, as Camila said, but I don't like these things. And this is not because my life is not so interesting, but I don't feel the necessity of show it, girls. And I don't know if we can solve this problem, in my opinion. Do you think we can solve it, Ayla, or not?
I don't know, but most of people who I know, they
It's the
act the
same.
same,
Yes.
unfortunately. I think
Yes, and
because this, our relationship gets weak, weak.
yes. Yes, because they choose to do other things, right? They choose the pictures, they choose the. I totally agree. Do you think we can solve it, Vanda, or not? Do you think it's
I think a day, this kind of thing could be enough. And
mm,
people don't like anymore and
mm-hmm.
get down. I think it's a process. Life is a circle,
Yeah.
and this kind of thing is increasing, but in a few times, um,
Other things
oh,
coming.
I think is a kind of brega, and they don't like it more.
Okay, maybe. I hope so. And how about you, Camila? Do you think we can go through this or not?
Uh, I I think about a lot about that because in my case, I don't I don't feel very interested about social media right now. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's boring. I guess some people have the same sensation about me. It's fun because I post in LinkedIn a text about my left of Instagram this
Okay.
week. So the people comment about, oh, I finished my social media 1 years ago. It's a bad thing I do. But I guess it's a very millennials people
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
talk about that because when I talk about Gen Z, for these people, it's more used a lot this social media. I guess this saturation, I guess this word,
Yeah.
it's for more people using internet about 15 years, 20 years in my case, because we see some the social media start and die, and I guess for us, I don't need more that for live, for be proof we value. So I
Okay.
guess social media it's about to prove your value, to prove you are awesome people.
Mm-hmm.
You are kind people. These things for us it's no interest because now I guess we more interested about offline life because we understand the middle of life, I guess. Middle, no. In my case, I have 32 years old. Yes, if I live about 80, it's a middle weight. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
like a math, but I guess we don't have time to lost. I guess we need to take care about be healthy right now because the body it's we have a I don't know say that, but we body say something. In my case, I have a
Yeah.
back pain, sometimes leg pain, and now I need to take more kind of me. And I guess social media, I lost a lot of time in my life scrolling, and I don't have more time to do that now.
Yeah.
So I guess some people say felt the same like me, but some people love to share and see the another perfect life, So I guess it's about um, saturation for part of people, but some people really like to illusion of social media, so it's important. It's
Yes.
about it's the same of uh, feet, I guess, alimentar. It's feet.
Feet? Huh?
Yes. Oh, I did the correct word in the feet. It's about feet your ego. So I guess it's about that.
Yes, I totally agree. I would like to be like Vanda to see hope in this situation, but I can't. For me, it's like we are living, I don't know, in a upside down world when you need to post everything to show that you have a value most than you show that you really have it in real life. So it's like I prefer to post a photo here instead of to be here talking with you girls. It's like this for me. It's like a virtual life. You need to feed it. It's like that. Girl, sorry, we pass 1 minute for our schedule, but I put here the link of this survey. So if you want to share your opinion, to say if you like it or if you dislike it, I think we could talk more about this topic. I don't know if you have the same opinion. I can bring it another day that because it's so rich talk discussed about this situation. Not just because I like it, but I would like to hear about someone who like it this situation. Like I posted a lot, and this is good because you can hear the both sides, right? So if you want to share your opinion, bring in ideas, say it if you like it or if you dislike something. Sorry about these 2 minutes had we pass here. And unfortunately, we do not have too much time, but I would like to say enjoy your Sunday. Try to take a moment offline, try to read, and try to take care of yourself. And a wonderful week for all of you. Okay, girls? Thank you very much for coming. Okay.